And welcome to the magic of life. This is Max Ryan, and I am so glad that you are here. It is awesome to see you. I feel like I have lived a few weeks since I've seen you because I've been away. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a second. And I am so happy that you're here because I've just got a couple questions for you for today's show. Do you ever have one of those days? You know what I'm talking about? One of those days. And it's so funny when we say one of those days, usually one of those days has a negative connotation. Why isn't one of those days one of those great days? But you know what I'm saying. You ever have one of those days? I'm sure that you do. You might even be having one right now. Or you have those days where you're just at the end. You feel disheartened. You feel like you're at the end of your rope, and you just feel blue. You feel blue, and you might feel angry. You might feel blue. You might feel depressed, and you're just overall in a negative vibration. Well, today I am going to give you three. Well, actually, I'm looking at my list. Four really, really, really practical tools for you to switch your vibration in this moment. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Today's show is called Raise Your Vibes Now. When? Now. So excited to share this with you because it is so important in your law of attraction work, in your life, to know how to change your vibrations in this moment. Okay, so we're going to talk more about that. So I want to just say welcome again. You might know me, my name is Max Ryan, from my special appearances on Hay House Radio, or you might know me from my other radio show, not my Google show, The Magic of Life, which is on Empower Radio. You might know me from my, my book called Say Yes If, 30 Positive Questions to Transform Your Life. However you know me, I welcome you here. This is a place of positivity, of course, of love, and helping to give you all the strategies and tools to attract awesome positive results in your life. Say yes if that sounds good to you. Saying goes, my website is attractpositiveresults.com. So please just check us out. Check me out there of everything that I do. All right? And hopefully you're making this Google Hangout show, The Magic of Life, your weekly habit every single Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And that's in California, because I'm in California right now. So hopefully you're making me a habit so you can fill up your toolbox of magical positive tools to change your life. Great. So welcome to all you first-time viewers. You might also want to see me on my YouTube channel or my Google Plus community, which is called Max Ryan's Law of Attraction and Course in Miracles community. I'd love to have you in there. We have archives of many, many of my radio shows and many of my videos. So if you're, boy, that's something I should say. If you need to raise your vibes now, go listen to one of my shows. Go watch one of my shows. I would love that. All right? Because my purpose here is to inspire you, to uplift you, to educate you, and to really motivate you to live the best life that you can live. And I'm here to mentor you in that. All right. So what was I going to ask you? I was going to tell you that every week now, starting last week, every week I am doing a live intuitive reading on the show. My guest today is going to be coming on in just a second. But if you would like to be part of the show and get a live intuitive reading from the show, please go to Attract Positive Results, go to the contact page, and send me a note. Or you can just send it to mr@maxryan.net and say, I want to have a live free reading. I will get back to you as soon as I can, and we'll schedule you. We're booked up this year, but starting till next year, okay? All right. So I'm really, really excited because last week I got a lot of really positive feedback from doing a live reading on the show. I do live I do intuitive readings all the time. You know, they're usually about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, where I talk to Spirit and I ask Spirit what they have to tell you to help you in your life. And last week we did our first live reading on the show, got great responses, filled up all of the the shows for until the end of the year. There's some starting in January and February, actually. So I'm excited to bring on my caller, my friend, and actually this is my friend Judy that's going to be here with us. Hey, Judy, you there?
Hi, Max. I'm here.
Oh, it's so great to see you. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm wonderful. I'm so excited about getting a reading.
And I'm excited to give you a reading. Well, actually, it's not me giving it to you. It's Spirit giving it to me, giving it to you. Does that make sense, Judy?
I love that.
I love that. Now, we talked a little bit before you came on, Judy, that you were a little open to just seeing what Spirit has to tell you, more of a general reading, right?
Yes.
Okay. So just for all the other viewers out there, you know, when you come on the show, you can have specific questions or you can ask something general. I'll tell you this, as an intuitive for more than 40 years, I always believe it's best to stay open and see what Spirit has to tell you, because ultimately when we ask questions, sometimes it's from our ego trying to organize everything. Does that make sense to you, Judy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I'm going to be using...
It's also like a little surprise gift of what Spirit has to say.
Yeah, because you have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Or this is what happens, Judy, is that a lot of times when we have a general reading like this, you usually go, oh yeah, I know, right? So we are going to be using these these tarot cards. And speaking of, I am creating a whole tarot class, and it's called Teaching the Tarot, and that's going to be coming up soon. So please make sure everyone you sign up on my newsletter, and I'll tell you more about that. All right, so Judy, can you just look at me in the eye right now, and let's just take a couple of deep breaths together. So breathe. Again. Okay. Good. All right, I'm gonna be very transparent here, everyone. I do know Judy. Judy is a friend of mine, and so I know some things about her, but I don't know what the cards are going to say for her. I already get some impressions for her, but let's see what the cards have to say. All right, Judy, can you just tell me when you want me to stop shuffling the cards? I'm shuffling the cards.
Okay, stop.
Okay. All right. Would you want me to go from the top of the deck, the middle of the deck, or the bottom of the deck?
The middle.
Okay, the middle. All right, let's see. Okay. This is a really great card. This is the Hermit card. It's from the Major Arcana. The Hermit is all about you right now are in a place of, and I actually know a little bit, this is true for you a little bit, that you are in this place of saying, or no, well, actually, I know a little bit about you. So you had been, and you might still be, in this place of, what is my meaning with my life? What is the meaning with my business? Like a turning inward. Actually, this summer you sort of did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was about that, you know, hermits go inside, they get away from everything, they didn't need any other influence, and I know this about you. That's what you just went through, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still have a little bit of that going on in your vibration, right, Judy?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, because there's some other things that I want to bring into my business, and it's just like right now I'm in flow of what I just started, you know, with the Hangout show. Was it a couple months ago?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like you're figuring that out. But this is definitely, I got to pull more cards, because this is showing me the past. Readings will show me the past, present, future, whatever. This is showing me you come from the hermit place. You are thinking about the meaning. Now, you're going, okay, that's interesting. So you get the Knight of Swords inverted. The Knight of Swords inverted is all about like kind of second guessing yourself if you're being if you're not doing the right thing. If you're being foolish, if you're being extravagant, are you spending too much money here? Am I being foolish with this? This is something that it's like you're saying, wait a second, you're being cautious with your moves a little bit. Is that true right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what comes up is, am I talking too much? That comes up for me a lot.
Welcome to the club. There's a little. Let me ask you. Okay, my guide's saying, but there's a little bit about you're wanting to move forward in a really clear direction in your relationship, in your finances, and your life right now because you came from this hermit place, and so you're sort of scared about, not scared, but you're cautious about doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
Yeah,
Let me just see what. Go ahead.
I have to tame the perfectionist OCD side of me often.
That's okay. I got it too. That's okay. All right. Good. Oh. This is your husband. This is your husband, the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Okay. Your husband is really an incredible source of strength for you.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have darker hair? I've never seen a picture of your husband, actually. Amazing.
Well, no, he has more of a lighter hair, but it's like gray, and he's proud of his grayness.
Okay. But there's something. He's strong. He's considerate. He's good with money, right?
Yep.
Good with money.
And I contribute to the good with money thing. I have to keep him on track. But he is really good. Like the people he works with says that he's a tightwad.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. That's actually, it's better than being a spendthrift kind of crazy person, right?
Yeah, he's really strong. Yeah, everything you said about him is true.
He's strong, and he has he's not really the knight. He's more of a king presence. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
He's a man. He's a man. He's not a boy. He's not like he's a man. You know, there are some people that can be in their 40s or 50s and they can still have that knight kind of feeling, like a younger man. He is a man. He is a god. He's a king, right?
Yes.
You feel very safe with him.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. He likes playing that role.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
Yeah, he likes playing that role. It's really good for him and for you. I'm just going to pull one card at the end. So, okay, good. I wanted a rod to come up. The rods, you got the 7 of rods. The rods is really telling you this is the time that you're going to need to be persistent and courageous and keep moving no matter what happens. And I know you know this, but Spirit really wants you to know that in this time, coming out of the hermit situation, having the support of your husband, and having that kind of those foolish ideas, that it's a time for you to be persistent, be courageous, and keep moving. Keep what?
Keep moving.
Keep moving. Good. All right, so what's your reflections of everything that I had to say, or the Spirit had to say?
It was really its confirmation, because some of the things that I've been hesitant about regarding business is like, there's questions I have, and I've just been allowing myself to keep moving, and then whatever, comes up, I deal with it in the moment. So that was just confirmation for me that, just to keep moving, keep doing what I'm doing, and, I'll manifest the next phase of my life.
I love it. Good. Great, Judy. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad that I could help you. And Judy, you have a show this afternoon, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yep. My Hangout with Judy show is every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So today at 2.
Yay! Everyone go watch Judy. She's awesome. She's amazing.
Thank you, Maxton. Thank you for giving me the reading. That was so exciting, and I loved it.
All right. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, Judy?
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Oh, so great. It's just so great to see what Spirit has to say for people. That's how we as intuitives work. There's no agenda. Even though I know Judy a little bit, I had no agenda here. I just pulled the cards to see. The cards are an incredible divination tool that helps you if you're not clear about something, you're not clear about your work or about a relationship or a particular situation. Tarot cards can give you a lot of specificity. And so I hope that all of you were able to gain some information from that to apply to your life too. All right. Let me just check into the where is it? I'm just trying to find. There's so many windows open on my computer right now. I want to check into my chat room and see if anyone has said anything. Let me just see. Let me refresh the page to see if there's anyone that's asked me questions about today's topic. We're going to get into today's topic in just one moment. Let me just see. Okay. While that is refreshing, oh, I'm going to turn this off. Okay. Okay. While that is refreshing, I will just check in here. Oh, there's a couple. Okay, let me just see. I got it. I got it. I need a faster computer is what I need. Greetings from Hannah. Hannah in Israel. Hey, Hannah in Israel. So good to see you. So good to see you. How can you avoid the trap of doing a bypass to your negative emotions by positive thinking, for instance, and make real change in your vibration? Hope that makes sense. That is an incredible question, Hannah. That's an incredible question. I need to really, really address this. I'm going to say it again. Hannah says, how can you avoid the trap of doing a bypass to your negative emotions by positive thinking, for instance, and make a real change in your vibe? Hannah, this is what I'm all about. This is what I'm all about, because this is what happens. People try to say, I'm just going to be positive. I'm going to be positive. So on the top layer, I always use the iceberg analogy, that there's water here and there's 10% of the iceberg here and there's 90 or 80% down here. Okay, so does that make sense? So this is what happens, is that we have negative vibrations down here and we pretend we're not having them. So what happens? It's below the surface. You have this fear, anxiety, and craziness and doubt and all of that stuff down here that you just go, oh, I don't want to look at that. I'm gonna think positive, which means, and this is so perfect for the topic today, because what happens is that the more you push this down, I want you to remember this, and I say it all the time, what you resist persists. Think about a whole bunch of balloons in a pool. One of the balloons has guilt, one has fear, one has my relationship with my mother, and you go, okay, I'm not going to deal with my relationship with my mother because it makes me too angry. I have anger about the world because it's not fair. I don't think that I'm good enough. So what you're doing in the pool is you're holding down these balloons, and you're holding all these balloons. Well, guess what? What happens to those balloons eventually? They pop up. That is when you end up having crazy, people literally will go insane. You have in what's in kind of pop psychology terms, and not even pop psychology terms, a nervous breakdown, because you've been pushing everything down for so long that it all starts coming up. Now, here's the deal. If we want to really change our vibration at the deepest, I'm going to give you some really cool in the moment changing your vibration tools in a little bit. But if we want to really, really delve into changing our underlying vibration, our underlying vibration, which is all of that iceberg down here, you have to look at it. You have to allow it to come up. I hate to say that. The work I do with the Course in Miracles, and when I work with my students and my clients, I always say, this work about attracting positive results, if you really want to live in the light of joy and love and peace, this is not pretending that that's not happening. Because the more you pretend it's not happening, the worse it gets. You have to look at it. You have to say, this is happening. I have anger. But you have to see the anger is not you. You are experiencing the anger. That is different. I want you to start to say, I'm having the experience of financial struggle. I am not. This is what happens. We start to say, I am poor. I am this, I am sad, I am angry, I am broke, I am. Do you see how the ego will associate ourselves with the negative situation or the negative condition? What you want to start to do and saying, I have anger for my mother. And know that you have another choice. In A Course in Miracles, there's 50 definitions of a miracle. And one of the first ones, he says, is that a miracle is a shift in your perception. You've got to shift your perception about the anger of your mother. You have to shift your perception about your frustration about yourself. You have to shift and this takes work. This takes work. It takes learning and doing the work, and it's like it's building the spiritual muscle. You know, if you do not do that work, you are going to go, well, I'm fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. You know, those people that you meet that are all, you know, fairies and rainbows and purple and none and everything's fine, it's all good, it's all great, everything's great, and something in you goes, something's wrong with that person. It's because they are covering up with pink paint their pain, their anger, their frustration. We are multi-dimensional beings in this lifetime. If we don't give honor to those things are helping you. What are they doing? They're helping you. The anger, I said this the other day, and I think that this is so true, and you'll get when I say this. Your anger, your frustration, your relationships that aren't working, they are all just miracles waiting to be recognized. Your problems are miracles waiting to be recognized. Because as soon as you change your perception of it, it all changes. It changes. So I hope, Hannah, that explains it. That's one of the best questions I can ever be asked as somebody that does this work. Because if you're serious about having an amazing life and making the time that you have here productive, positive, full of joy, and do anything you can to help uplift the world, you've got to ask that question. So, Hannah, that's an amazing question. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me just see in there. Elaine says, I really need guidance from Spirit today. I'm on my own and lost. I'm on my own and lost. Elaine, you are never alone. First of all, we're here. We are here. And you can always reach out. You can reach out. And I know that you can reach out on Facebook. You're on Facebook. You can reach out to someone. That's why we're here. You're not alone. You are not lost. You are not lost. You are being held in the palm of the divine source. Right now. Take a breath. Good. That leads me to the topic for today. You know, when you're having days like Elaine has happened, you know, the days that you feel lost, the days that you feel down, those moments that you feel down, you know, it's okay. It is okay. Like I just said, it's not about ignoring that thing, but it's also not about dwelling on it either. It's not about dwelling on it either. It's knowing that, say, I'm having depression right now. I'm having anger right now. I can have another experience. I can have another choice. Now, that experience of anger or depression or overwhelm, most of the time, it is trying to tell you something. It's trying to give you a message. It could be there's something you're ignoring that you need to deal with. There's something you haven't done that you need to do. There is love that you haven't given yourself, and that is why you are feeling depressed. That's why you're feeling angry. You know, then in the Course in Miracles, he says everything is love or a call for love. If you walk around the world and internally in your life and you think, you know, what is love and what is a call for love? That's why I have these tattoos on here. I have fear and I have love. because I say to myself in this moment, and I'll be transparent with you right now, is that a couple of days this week, I was feeling a little lost, Elaine. I was feeling a little like, crazy. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's a call for love. It's a call for love. And as I did that, I realized I could change my mind. In the Course in Miracles, he says the thinking of the world is 180 degrees away from the thinking of God, which means the ego, the ways of the ego, are about separation, confinement, and anger and guilt and sacrifice and all of that stuff. That is the thinking of the ego. And the ego thinks without love. All I have to do is go, how can I think with love in this moment? When? In this moment. If I can think with love in this moment, I can change my vibration right now. Right now. Okay? So I'm going to give you 4 things that will change your vibration in any moment. Get a pen, get a piece of paper, and write them down. I've actually covered a couple of them already. Now, all of the tools that I share with you are only tools if you write them down and think about them for a second. But they're life-changing if you do them. If you do them. You know, I was watching something the other day that said that that only 30%, only 3% of the world writes their goals and aspirations and whatever they're working on in a journal. Only 3% write those down. And about 3% in the world are successful. Successful in monetarily and health and happiness. So write these down. Write them down. Okay? All right. So, and you want to use them. You want to use them every time that you start to feel a little bit crazy. Okay? So the first one is, I told you, the highest vibration, the most healing vibration is the vibration of love. So when you are in a crazy place, when you're in anger, when you're in depression, when you're in overwhelm, when you're in guilt, when you're in sacrifice, all that crazy stuff, if you can do this one thing, it will help you. Okay? Now, before I say, you're going to use the power of love, but before I say that, I'm going to say you're only going for a little relief in your feeling. A vibration is just your feeling, okay? So the vibration, you want to just shift it a little bit. You want a little relief. You want what? A little relief. Just a little bit. You could have more, but in that moment, you just want a little relief. So, number 1 is use the power of love. And this is how you use the power of love. You just say it. You just say it. Close your eyes and say love, love, love. Breathe. Love, love. And you might say it like this: love, 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 because you're so angry. But do it. Do it. Doing that puts out a vibration to the universe that you're looking for an answer, you're looking for a way out, you're looking for a way to change your mind about this situation, and that is what the universe or God or law of attraction is going to start to bring you in the form of relief. In the form of relief. So you're looking for just a little relief. Sometimes I write it down. Sometimes I did it the other day. I just sat down, I opened my journal, and I just wrote love, 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 love. By the time I got to the middle of my page, I started believing it and I started feeling it again. Okay? You know, I'm no saint. I've just been doing this work for a long time, and I do the work. I want you to do the work. You say it, you write it, or you think it. Love, love, love. Okay, so that's number 1. Always go to love first. When do you go to love? First. First. When I ask the question in workshops or of my clients and say, when's the last time you used love as a tool? They usually look at me like, what the hell are you freaking talking about? You know, not the people that I work with all the time, but people that don't really know me, they're like, they poo-poo that. When you start to use the power of love in your life intentionally, your vibration changes. When your vibration changes, your results change. Okay? So use love. Number 2 is to use your breath. Usually, When you are in a place of anger and fear and frustration and overwhelm and guilt and sacrifice, you are not breathing. Take a deep breath in this moment with me. Again. Tell me you don't feel any relief right now. I bet you do. I bet you do. Deep breathing literally changes how your brain works. When you are breathing up here, from little place up here, you are denying oxygen to your brain, first of all. And when you are thinking and you're organizing, when you're trying to plan, the part of your brain that is the organizing part, the fearful part, is lit up, literally. I mean, there are studies about this. And then, when you breathe, the intuitive, creative, kind of the creative problem-solving, artistic side of your brain lights up. And that's the part you want to have. Both of them are important, but we want to have a balance. In our Western culture especially, we are relying on the problem-solving, analytical, crazy-making side all the time. We want to balance it with the intuitive, creative side, okay? So breathe. Number 2 is breathe. Number 3, this is where people sometimes think, oh, I'm just trying to ignore something. Sometimes, well, I'll tell you, the Course in Miracles says that there is a positive form of denial. Most psychologists will say that denial is very, very bad, and it's negative, and you shouldn't be denying anything. But there's a positive form of denial, of saying, you know what, I'm not going to look right there right now. I've looked at it long enough. I'm going to look at this. In the Course in Miracles, he says, the power of denial, it's a positive power of denial, is to focus on the ways of God and spirit instead of the ways of man and craziness and ego. When you deny that, you're opened up to all the love and peace and support and joy in the world. But number 3 is, this is where you'll understand why I said that, is to think a better feeling thought. Okay? So you're thinking about how you hate your boss and how they've subjugated you and they don't listen to you and you haven't gotten the raise yet and and you're doing the crazy dance in your head, and then you say, wait, stop, that's enough. I'm not gonna go there. I'm minding my vibration. So I'm gonna go for a better feeling thought. So think about something that makes you feel good. I've got a list of quite a few things. Most of you know I have a little bit of, I'm a big, huge fan of Marie Osmond. And you know what? Here's the deal. She gives me joy. She gives me joy. I have a list of quite a few things. And over the years, I'm like, every time I think of Marie Osmond or I look at her picture or I listen to her music, she makes me smile. Because it doesn't even matter why. You might have a Marie Osmond. You might have someone that always makes you smile, that makes you go, oh, yeah. So I'll think about Marie Osmond. Or I'll think about that incredible trip I took to France when I was 40 with my friends, and it was so much joy and love. Or I think about, the first time that I got my cat. Or I go for a better feeling thought than the thought that's driving you crazy. It's as simple as that. You just want to go for a better feeling thought. And when you think differently, your vibration changes. When your vibration changes, your results change. Okay? So, and remember, you're only going for a little relief, just a little relief. You don't have to go from, I hate my boss, to, they're the most amazing person in the world. You just have to go, okay, I'm willing to let go that I hate for just a second so that I can just shift my vibration. Okay? All right. So number 1 is use the power of love. Number 2 is to breathe. Number 3 is to go for the better feeling thought. And put on your list, remember I said writing down, make a list of a whole bunch of your great memories or the things that make you feel good. And you read that list, your vibration will raise. It will. It's just it. You can even talk to your friends about it. Okay? I'm going to give you one more tool, and it's so obvious. It's so obvious, and it works. Number 4 is to listen to different music. Music is so powerful. And if you have music that always lifts your vibe up, Pharrell's happy song or whatever it happens to be for you, have those on your phone, have those on your iPod or whatever your digital device. or watch the video. Turn it on. You are worth it. You're worth it to take the 5 minutes to listen to the song and dance around and have a good time. Your vibration will raise. And you know, sometimes you just do it anyway. You just love anyway. You listen to music anyway. Because you know that every choice that you're making is creating your future. Okay? So that is how you raise your vibes right now. Okay? All right. Before we log off, I want to check back into the comment section and see if anyone else has any comments. Takes a second to load, but I do want to thank Hannah again. That was an amazing question, and I hope that you really got some value out of that answer. All right. And just to let you know, if you're in the Los Angeles area, this Sunday I will be leading the Spiritualist Church at the Lisa Williams School for International School of Spiritual Development. I'll be leading the service there. And then on Monday, I have Mondays with Max, which is a great group of people where we talk about A Course in Miracles, and I help you along your spiritual path in any way that I can. Great group of people. Let's see what's happening. Hannah says, thanks so much. You're an angel yourself. Oh, Judy says, thanks for the reading. Thanks, Judy, so much. All right, we're going to wrap up. Now, listen, if you're interested in having a full reading from me, you can go to attractpositiveresults.com, and there's an intuitive reading tab there. You can just book a reading with me. And if you want to have a mini reading like we did with Judy, just go to Attract Positive Results to the contact page, and then you can say, hey, I want a free reading, and we will schedule you. All right? You're going to have a Google Hangout account so that I can at least see you. We can just hear you if we want to. All right? So listen, I pray that love will guide you this week. And remember, just always remember this. This is a great thought to always keep in your mind. Remember, unthinkably good things can and do happen. And I will see you next Tuesday right here. And if you're interested in listening to my radio show, it's this Friday at 11 a.m. USA. All that information is on attractpositiveresults.com. I pray that love will guide you, and I will talk to you really soon. Bye-bye.